Oh my goodness. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Lord have mercy. I almost ran out of time. I've been running behind today. All kinds of crazy things going on. Anyway, hello, where's Summer? Hello, beautiful. Good afternoon. Hello, Daniel Sportsberry. And hello, Car Guy. And Not Crazy by Crazy Lady. Whispering Winds. Hello. Good to see you. True Crime Junkie. Hello, hello. Shadow. Hello. Good to see you. And Cinderella. Beth, hello, good to see you. Hello, hello. I am so good to see y'all today. And Momo of 5, Kitty Catty, hello. Sidetrack, hello. Tonya, hello. Kathleen, hello. Hello. Dynamos, hello. I hope I'm saying all this right. Hello. I'll be trying to have an accent here soon, like somebody else. Hello. Yes, it is a very sad case. Oh my goodness. And I am so sorry I'm running late today. I've been all behind on everything. When my schedule gets behind and messed up, it's like I do nothing right that day. It's just like nothing goes right. I don't know about y'all, but that's the way it goes for me. But it is a beautiful day on Friday, March 14th, 4:17 Central Standard Time. And I hope it's been good for y'all. Yet everyone that path of these storms that are coming, please be careful. That's all I ask. Please be careful. Take shelter if needed. Absolutely. Especially in the Mississippi, Alabama areas. Absolutely. This weekend's going to be bad. Hello, Anne. Hello, good to see you. Retha, hello. Thank you all for coming in and joining me. Hello. Yeah, and daylight savings time really messed me up because I was usually one to go to bed pretty early. Now I'm going to bed late and I'm freaking sleeping late and everything is just messing me up. It's messing my whole mojo up. Mojo, hojo, whatever you want to call it. I'm just messing everything up. Annabella Honeys, hello. You just there putting your face on, getting ready for work. Kelly the OG, hello. It's a very hot day. 95 in Texas. You know, they told us, I read a while ago that it's going to be a very hot weekend here in Florida too. Very hot weekend. So we have some crazy weather going. It's going to be a very hot weekend. So we're going to get some of that heat. You got your earbuds in. You're going to do some housework. Oh, okay. Castle. Hello. Wait, what? I got my hands going back and forth, honey. Your governor's put a whole statewide state of emergency in. It's supposed to be so bad tomorrow. Please be careful, everybody. If you need to take shelter, please do that. Please listen to all the reports. Many prayers. I want to send out a prayer to our mod, Millie. Her brother is back in the hospital again. They had to call the ambulance at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So please pray for her and her brother and his wife and family. Let's do that. And I know there's many people that need prayers. And Miss Lisa and her husband. Tornadoes and severe thunderstorms tonight, Saturday and Sunday, Lisa. Yeah, just pray. Well, if it hits me, I'll feel like I don't even want to talk about it. I'm going to tell you anyway. If it hits me, I'll feel like I'm in a freaking hurricane anyway. I'll be used to it. Because I finally got my cabinets completed, and then come to find out, I can't get my damn countertops for about 2 more weeks. And so I'm still without water in the kitchen, and I'm not happy about that. So there's that. I guess them evil people have been praying still evil up on Smiley. So Hope you're happy. There you go. But it's all good over here in Smiley's Good. Just trust and believe that. Yeah, and where Summer, she's got a funeral tomorrow. Her sister-in-law passed. So we all have, things going on. And everybody needs prayers. Okay? So please pray and keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. And it's not good to have no funeral when you're under a state of emergency. I'm telling you. It's not good. Be careful out there tomorrow. Wear Summer, please. Be careful. Yeah, thoughts and prayers for Millie. I love Millie to death. Millie is, she's one of a kind. She really is. She's one of a kind. You can't ask for no better. So she's had a real tough time, and I know she's worried to death. I know that. But I wasn't going to make this a news. Any news, you're wonderful smile. Oh, thank you, Mama. Well, I just wanted to come on here and update you. I don't know if you want to call it news or not. I'm going to play a couple of videos for you. They'll probably be short. My audio's messing up. Oh, I'm sorry for Summer. I don't know what to do. It's probably, I don't know, maybe it's YouTube things. Can everybody hear me okay? Can everybody hear me okay? Give me a 1. It might be because I had that music on in the background too. Guess it's messing up. What? All right, let's see. Sounds like a robot underwater. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me see something. All right, what about now? Does that sound better? Does that sound better? It's fading in and out. Much better. Okay. All right, let's leave it like that. Okay. All right. Yay. Okay. Yay. I'm good now. Okay. All right. So there's just a couple of news videos that I wanted to play, and I told y'all I would come back and for what I knew and play these. So let's go ahead with the videos that I got. I just want to keep y'all up to date. Hey, Mickey. Hello, Mickey. You're so fine. You blow my mind. I'm just kidding. Just making sure you hear there, honey. Just kidding. All right, here we go. Hold on a minute. Let's see which one we're going to play first. All right. Now the principal's mad as heck. Okay, hold on a minute. This is credit to NBC.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Keisha Grant.
And I'm Mike Heideck. Prosecutors call this something out of a horror movie. It all started when the victim was 11, and they only realized what was going on with the now 32-year-old setting fire to the house he lived in last month.
Tonight, that man's stepmother is behind bars. Kimberly Sullivan was in court today on a slew of charges, including assault and kidnapping. More on that in just a moment.
But first, new at 11, we're hearing from people who knew the victim and are looking back on the past with an all-new perspective now. NBC Connecticut's Melissa Cooney joins us live from Waterbury with an interview you will only see right
he's
here.
mad, the principal.
That's right. Police say this house on Blake Street has been the center of multiple crimes over the past 20 years. They say that all came to an end just a few weeks ago with that fire. Now, tonight, we got the chance to speak exclusively with the alleged victim's former principal, who says he notified the state multiple times.
We knew it. We reported it. Not a damn thing was done. That's That's the tragedy of the whole thing.
Tom Pannone hasn't seen the alleged victim since he was in 4th grade in the early 2000s, but says he always knew something was wrong. He was the principal at the now closed Barnard Elementary School and says he and his staff noticed that the child was extremely small and thin. He says when they asked him questions, the boy told them he wasn't allowed food at times at the house.
Everyone really was concerned with this child since he was 5 years old. You knew something was wrong. It was grossly wrong.
He says teachers would even bring food in for the student. He says he and his team made multiple calls to his stepmom, Kimberly Sullivan, and called the Department of Children and Families at least 20 times. The arrest warrant says the student was told to lie and say everything was fine.
I believe him.
By 5th grade, he never came back to school.
You don't disappear off the face of the earth at 10 years old.
Pannone was told the student was enrolled in Wolcott schools,
I think
but he
found
couldn't find any
harassment
records of
charges.
that. He was also told at one point the boy was homeschooled.
We probably saw that kid 3 times outside.
Paula DePina says she lived next door to the Sullivan home from 2003 to 2009 and says she would see Kimberly, the late husband, and 2 daughters, but not the stepson as often. And says when she did catch a glimpse, what she saw was deeply troubling.
I'm trembling right now just thinking about it, just because I can remember his face.
And as for neighbors now,
I've never seen a stepson, never.
It's shocking, like not knowing what's going on around you.
Pannone says he feels anger hearing that his former student allegedly was pushed so hard he had to set fire to his own home to escape, and shares this message to his former student.
Sorry we couldn't do more because you went through more than any of us ever will go through in our lives.
And according to the warrant, DCF did respond to the home twice. It's unclear what their involvement was after that. They say they're unable to provide details due to confidentiality laws. And happening tomorrow, officials are expected to give an update about this situation. Live in Waterbury, Melissa Cooney, NBC Connecticut News.
Melissa, thank you. And prosecutors revealed disturbing details in court today, painting a picture of what this man went through for decades. They say he was given 2 cups of water a day. He only weighed 68 pounds at the age of 32. The defense called the accusations false, and they put the blame on the late husband.
He had a body mass index of 11%. Under 13%.
Hell, the husband, what about after he died?
He was in the stages of dying. He lit that fire knowing he could very well die.
He was not locked in a room. She did not restrain him in any way.
Hold on a minute.
She provided food.
Hold the hell up.
She provided shelter.
Hold up. They blamed it on the husband, the late husband. Well, first of all, what about when the husband died? What about the time after that? I'm just saying, if I was fighting them in court, I'd be like, really? Okay. And then, oh my God, Smiley's got to think about this a minute because I'm going to blow a gasket right here. I don't even need to. I don't need to. Just hold on a minute. It absolutely is failure on CPS's part. And look, nobody else needs to sue CPS. If this man makes it, which is going to take a lot of therapy and all this, listen, he's the one that needs to be doing the suing. He don't even need to go through. He don't even need to go through. Nobody needs to be sued. Okay. They need to find a way to, some lawyer needs to take on, they need to find a way to, Castle, Lord bless your heart. I couldn't do it, honey. I mean, as much as I want to help kids, there's no way. I would be breaking down. I'd be jerking them kids out of home. I'd done be going to jail. I'd probably not be dead. I couldn't do it. Hey, Holly. See, this is where I can't draw the line. This is why God put me behind a computer and only to go out on the ground every now and then. There's just no way I could do it. Honestly, I couldn't. I have too big of a heart. I can't. Yeah, they just need to make sure that this guy is set up for life somehow, some way, something, because this is horrible. And to put him through a court case or something like that, I can't see it. Gone but not forgotten. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yeah, some people do that. They poison them slowly. They make them suffer. Who knows? Listen, I know that's the defense attorney's job. Smiley, did you see where our guy called into Dolly? What guy? I don't watch that channel, so no, I didn't see it. Who was it though? I didn't see it. Oh, he did. Really? No, I didn't see that. I didn't see it. That don't surprise me. That don't surprise me. I'm just going to say this. They call, you know, they call all who they're thick as thieves with. That's all I can say. Anyway, this was Connecticut, Stephanie, and he set his own room on fire after 20 years. You know, he was a little boy, and he had been threatened with his food and water, the minimal he was getting, that it would be taken away. And he was more or less brainwashed. And so a couple of days ago, he said he decided he wasn't going to take it no more. And he set his room on fire. And luckily, he survived. Luckily. And, oh, she got out without a scratch, of course. Of course, you didn't see her going up there to try to save him. You know, you didn't see her trying to get him out of the fire. He's 5'9" tall. He's what, 35 years old now? And he weighed 68 pounds. 68. Never had any dental work, doctor's appointments, nothing. Hey, Robin. Nothing like that. It was just terrible. So he's got a long ways to go. Could have been one of them CPS workers, you know, that come out, and she said, "Oh, hi, they're just making up this stuff. Yeah, go away." You know, it could have been one of those situations. We've seen that in another case. Yeah, that's a walking skeleton with just skin. It sure is. It sure is. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, there's not much more of this one. Let me get back to it. The principal, though, he's so mad. Because the little boy was pulled out of school at a young age. I just can't believe that it said in this news that, I mean, don't get me wrong. It was the dad's job while he was there to not let this be happening. Don't get me wrong, because I was just fixing to ask when I got finished with these videos. I was going to say, I wasn't even thinking about the dad, the grandmother, he said, and the two stepsisters knew, which I assumed the grandmother was her mother. I could be wrong, though. It could have been his grandmother on his dad's mother. I don't know all that yet, but I was wondering in my head last night and today, I was like, so they knew and they didn't do anything. I wonder what happened to to the sisters. How? Because they're dead. Did she kill them? If I was that prosecutor, depending on what happened, I would be going back up, getting a warrant to dig up those graves. with his daddy, I would also be going back, getting a warrant to dig up that grave. That's not abnormal in this case. You have got 2 girls and a grandmother that's dead, that also's dead. How do we know she didn't poison them or something? How do we know that? She may have just let them, she may have just been getting started in her little serial killing, in my opinion, and learning how to do this. She may have just been, you know, drawing her little checks off of them or something. I don't know, but then got off their, they got on her nerves or something. You know, she didn't want to deal with them. Now, I seen where some are asking, did she draw a check on this boy? Usually I'm the first one to say something like that, but maybe. However, she would have had to start drawing one on him early on while he was still in school and kept it up. I don't see how she could have got him on one without him going to the doctor or anything. No, I don't think so. That's just me, in my opinion. But oh, wait a minute. Let me back up. She could have. And that was what was keeping him alive. Because if his daddy died, it may have not had nothing to do with an illness or sickness. He would have already drawn off of his dead daddy. Yep. Probably was. Probably was. Probably was. And if he didn't ever get a job or anything, he may have still been drawing off of it. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works, or I don't know. I don't know if he would have had to get a job, or if he didn't have a job, but he would have drawn off of his daddy at some point or some years. So let me backtrack that. Probably till he was 18, he probably would have got a check. Maybe 21 or 26. Because they moved it to 26 or something like that. I don't know. Maybe Summer. Yeah, this has some trigger warnings in it. So hold on. We're going to go finish listening to this. Let me turn it back on.
She is blown away by these allegations.
Blown away. She got
the defense went on to say the victim's biological father, who recently passed away, was the one who dictated how the son was raised, and evidence will show that. Sullivan is due back in court March 26th.
All right. That was all of that one. So March 26th. Let me write that down in my handy dandy little notebook. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how people can be so cruel. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. All I need is Jesus and coffee. And True Crime said, would he receive his dad's benefit at age 30? I don't think so. That's what I was just talking about. I could be wrong, but it probably till he was 26. But if his dad recently died, because they said he just recently died. How recent is that? Was it 2 years ago? Was it a year ago? What do they mean, how recent? I don't know. I don't think at age 30 he would. That's just me. Unless he was already disabled. I don't know. A year. He died a year ago. See, I don't think he would have qualified. That's just me. I don't think he would qualify. She's going to say she just followed what her husband wanted. Oh, they need to lock that bitch up and throw away the key. in my opinion. Yeah, they can be cruel. They can be cruel. All right, let's take this down because this is not CBS no more. The next one is going to be, oh, we are watching NBC. Sorry. Duh. Okay. Hold on. I told you I'm behind today. It's crazy. All right, here's another one. We saw that one. That must be okay. This is NBC News Now. I don't know if there's a difference. So that's where they were taking her sorry ass out.
6-year-old Kimberly Sullivan is charged with felony assault and kidnapping of her 32-year-old stepson.
It's truly a horrifying, and it's beyond comprehension what occurred here.
Police allege Sullivan held her stepson captive inside this Connecticut home for 2 decades, locking him inside his room for more than 20 hours a day with little food, water, or medical attention.
It was worse than the conditions of a jail cell.
Police are not naming the alleged victim, who they say set fire to his home last month using a lighter, hand sanitizer, and paper because he wanted his freedom. According to the affidavit, which also says when firefighters arrived, Sullivan was outside. The man found inside, suffering from smoke inhalation, standing at 5'9" tall and weighing 69 pounds.
Thank you, Kelly.
Adding he was extremely emaciated. His hair was matted and unkempt. He was very dirty, and all his teeth appeared to be rotten. Sullivan denies the allegations, her attorney telling NBC News she intends to plead not guilty. While the victim's former principal says his school sounded the alarm decades ago.
We knew it. We reported it. Not a damn thing was done. That's the tragedy of the whole thing.
Tonight, police acknowledge a wellness check was performed back in 2005, but they say they found nothing wrong. His former principal says the boy was pulled from school and never seen again.
It's not
the young man's unimaginable suffering over the course of 2 decades is just a reminder of the darkness that does exist in our world.
Aaron McLaughlin, NBC News.
That's what we all want to know. It's not a dumb question. It's not a dumb question at all. It's not a dumb question at all. Probably to protect him, because he was a minor starting out. I know now he's an adult, but they don't want, probably, I'm going to assume, you know, she could probably get somebody to go to the hospital or call the hospital, or, you know, they probably fear for his safety, you know, and act like a family member or something like that. And they don't want people, media, or, you know, he's probably terrified, honestly. I mean, there's no telling what kind of shape he's in. They probably still don't know if he's even going to survive it right now. I'm just telling you. That's my opinion. He's going to have a long, drawn out road in front of him. Smoke insulation and burns. We don't even know how bad he's burned. They haven't even said at this point. This was just a few days ago, Robin, that he decided to set the fire, or got a hold of what he needed to set the fire. Yeah, God gave him he sure did. God gave him the tools to survive that day. I believe he's going to survive, in my opinion. Look, it says, today I want to read on boldness. So let us come boldly to the throne of our gracious God. There will receive his mercy, and we will find grace to help us when we need it the most. Boy, that day, He was all the things. He was bold. You know, God gave him mercy. And he helped him when he needed it the most. He needed it the most. He wanted to live. He wanted his freedom. He said it over and over and over to the news media. I wanted my freedom. That was his quote. Yeah, and we don't know his mental age. There's so much more to this. I mean, there's so much that a lot of people can't comprehend. It's just more than getting a 35-year-old out of a building that's been there 20 years. And, you know, he had smoke insulation, and it's more to that. I mean, this is going to be horrific. And if it takes 10 years for her court, it's going to be hard to cover. It's going to be chilling, very chilling. And especially because he's alive and he's going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't put cameras in the courtroom. Oh, she got out on bond today, or last night or today or something, $300,000 bond. It hadn't even went to court yet. Actually, the fire, let me rephrase that, Robin. I apologize. The fire happened in somewhere the end of February, and it's just now being reported, and he's still in the hospital. And it happened in Connecticut. I covered it yesterday, I think. It's fairly new. So you can put in Connecticut man allegedly held captive by stepmother, or how a man used printer paper and hand sanitizer to escape. It's all new. It's all coming out. Now here one day ago, let me just read this to you. A man rescued from a burning home in Connecticut told a shocking story of cruelty and constant hunger as he was held captive in a single room for over 20 years by his father and stepmother, according to a newly released arrest warrant. The man told authorities his confinement began when he was about 11 years old. He said he was locked in a room without heat or air conditioning and limited food and water, with no access to a bathroom. He devised ways to dispose of his waste. I don't even really want to know that, because if you can only imagine using a series of straws that led to holes in windows. Pieces of his teeth would break off when he did eat because of a lack of dental care. He saved some of his daily rotation of 2 small water bottles to bathe without soap, and cut his own hair, which y'all just heard it was matted. The years of cruelty ended February 17th when he set fire to the house in Waterbury in a deliberate effort to save himself, and told his story to responding police and firefighters. According to the arrest warrant, charging his stepmother with kidnapping, cruelty. Hold on, I got to get this ad out of the way. Cruelty to persons and other crimes. Police are now trying to determine how this could have happened without anyone noticing, whether or without any warning signs were missed. Investigators want to look at records from city schools and the state child welfare agency. Waterbury Police Chief Fernando Springlow said at a news conference Thursday. The man is now 32 years old and is identified only as male victim 1 in police records. The stepmother, Kimberly Sullivan, 56, posted $300,000 bail Thursday and was released from custody after appearing in a Waterbury Superior Court, said her lawyer. He said Sullivan, who was released on Wednesday, denies any wrongdoing. Her next court date is March 26. I would encourage people not to rush to judgment, he said in a phone interview. This woman is presumed innocent. Yep, that's the great thing about America. But it don't take Ray Charles to see some shit like this is not of a person's own doing. And if it was of a person's own damn doing, you're just as responsible because you're in the house with them and you allow it. And you didn't get them help. So I'm sorry. You're going to get the damn public's opinion. And you're going to get Smiley's opinion. How about that? And you're going to get the principal's opinion. And you're going to get whoever's opinion. How about that? Brandon, that's a good question. I would like to know. Maybe that could be something for everybody to check into. Who paid her damn bond? It should be public record. Maybe from insurance from all these damn people that's dying. The father, the 2 stepsisters, the grandmother. Maybe she has money stashed. You know, if you do a crime, you damn well better have bond money. That's one thing about it. If you do a crime, make sure you have bond money. Common sense will tell you that. Maybe she could put up her house. Some places do that. If her house was paid off, I don't know. They ain't going to want her house for bond if it's not paid off. Probably. I don't know. That would be a question for Dog the Bounty Hunter. I don't know if they want to do that. Or a bondsman. I don't know. It would have to be paid off. But the man's father died last year while his biological mother was not seen, not been a part of his life. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. The man's father died last year while his biological mother has not been part of his life. Well, where the hell is that bitch at? All right, we need to find out who is the biological mom and where is she at? And where's she been at all this time? And why ain't she checked on her son? And could she be a part of this? That's what I want to know. And why ain't nobody contacted her to say from the school and say, hey, this is very disturbing, y'all. This is very disturbing. While his biological mother has not been, and this is coming from the AP Wire, while the biological mother has not been a part of his life, authorities said he and Sullivan lived in the home that he set on fire. Medical personnel said the man was near starvation and had wasting syndrome, a condition of weight loss and muscle deterioration, when he got to the hospital. The warrant says at 5'9", he weighed only 69 pounds. He was treated for smoke inhalation and diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and depression. Said the man's face a long road of physical and mental treatment. He said police are supporting him, including taking up a collection to buy him clothes and other items. Oh, my God. This man told police that he was constantly hungry. And when he was in school, and this was back when he was in school, y'all, he would ask classmates for food. He would steal food and eat out of the garbage can. This was when he was back in school. In later years, he was out of school and confined to the house. He would get 2 sandwiches a day and some water while locked in his room. The police only had interactions with the family were in 2005. The chief said one was a welfare check after children who attended school with him before he was pulled out expressed concern about him. See, even children's got sense enough to know something ain't right. The second and final time was after the family made a harassment complaint against the school office officials for reporting them to child welfare officials. No wonder the principal's so damn mad. Oh my God. Who went to the home, said they spoke to the man, then a child, and reported there was no cause for concern. Oh, who else does this sound like? Look, it's their job to make sure there's no cause from concern. Not no hokey pokey, everything's just fine. Everything looks splendid. They're big mad, so we don't need to do anything else. I don't know when the girls died. That's what we need to dig into. I don't know. Officials with the State Department of Children and Families, which investigates child abuse, said Thursday that they have not found any records of agency involvement with the family, but we're continuing to look. I bet you are. They added that reports of neglect or abuse deemed unsubstantiated are erased 5 years after the investigations are complete. Oh, well, that's great. Just tell everybody that, okay? Or y'all, let me repeat that for those in the back who didn't hear it. So everybody can do what they want and get the hell away with whatever they want. Let me just repeat it again. Since they put it out here. Yeah, who does that sound like? Okay, let me explain this. Let me just tell you what CPS said. There's got to be some laws changed. I hope if Trevor Lee wants to make a difference, he's listening to this shit. Here it is on AP Wires. Okay? Children and Families said they added that reports of neglect or abuse deemed unsubstantiated are erased 5 years after investigations are complete. Exactly, Brandon. They should never, ever, ever, ever be erased. What the hell am I reading here? They said, we are saddened and shocked for the victim and at the unspeakable conditions he endured. Bet you are. It wasn't your ass. The department said in a statement, the now adult victim has shown incredible strength and resilience. This is them talking. This is them. During this time of healing, and our hearts go out to him. Well, bless your freaking little heart. When the man attended a Woodsbury elementary school as a child, staff saw he was extremely small and thin and made multiple calls to the stepmother and the Department of Children and Families. Tom Pendleton or something, I don't know, the former principal at the school told WVIT-TV that Police did not have that information when they responded to the man's house in 2005. Waterbury school officials did not immediately return email messages seeking comment Thursday. But we heard the principal, and he is highly upset. And I would be too. And I'd be willing to bet you he will go stand in a court of law any day. Because he did his best. I did. I heard about that. All I need is Jesus and coffee. Yeah, they should never, ever, ever be erased. Where's Annabella? I just saw her in here a minute ago. So do you know, Annabella, if that is true? Do they erase? I don't know if she's still listening or not. I thought I just saw her in here. Do they erase the records that you know of, or anybody in here? Hey, Astrology. Hello. Y'all drop her channel too. She's got a channel. Do they erase? Do they really erase, or that you know of? I mean, because that was a CPS person quoting that and saying that, records. And you might not know, because I don't know if you might not have been in that department. I don't know, but I just think that's a freaking crying shame if that's true. My gosh. I can't imagine what this boy and many children do. They're supposed, and I'm not trying, look, I'm not saying all CPS work. I'm not saying all CPS workers. But they're supposed to be there to help and not hurt, right? Help and not hurt. It's just like, they're just like anything else. Not all are bad. Not all are bad. Let me put that disclaimer in there. Not all are bad. But some, just like in every job, people get burnt out and they get tired of their jobs. And when you get tired and you're not happy doing what you're doing, maybe it's not because you don't believe in it anymore, but maybe it's just because you get tired of it, or one person comes in and they change a rule or something like that. Maybe, whatever the circumstances, when you get up and you're no longer happy and you have to hate your job, you have to dread, there has to be dread, and you have to hate on other people, or you have to bond with other people to make your life happier or whatever. In some states you do, she said. Oh my God, that's horrible. Lord, honey, that is horrible. Thank you. And she's no longer in that no more either. I bet she probably seen some stuff she didn't want to see anymore either. I'm just saying, knowing her. But yeah, then it's time to move on. I don't care if it's flipping a burger. They purge records, okay, when they usually age out. Okay, but 5 years? My God. But I would say it's time to move on. Do something that you do like. Do something else that you love. That's everybody's problem. Stop making it about the money. Stop making it about money. Stop making everything in this world about money. Money you can't take with you. Money's not going to make you happy. When you figure that out, then you're holding the key to life. I promise you that. There's nothing, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're broke. It doesn't matter if you have minimal money, little money. It doesn't matter. If you're not happy, it ain't gonna make no difference. That's right. You got to realize there's a point in your life where you got to realize, hey, Mama B, I'm good. How are you? You got to realize in this life what is and who is important. It don't matter what nobody says or nobody does. You just got to realize that. And live your life being happy. This guy right here, he decided nobody was going to control him anymore. 20 years. He told them he wanted his freedom. He took a chance on burning up, dying that day. He took a chance of not living. He was not stupid. He may be 10 years old in his mind. He may still be stuck on 11. He may be stuck at 12 years old. He may have stopped at 14. I don't know. Can you imagine what the world is going to be like to him when he does get out of that hospital? Even while he's in that hospital trying to recuperate. 20 years. If you think right now you slept for 20 years and you woke up, this world 20 years ago was a lot different than if you would open your eyes out of a coma or something today. What do you think it's going to be to that man? This ain't like, also, this is not going to be to him like him getting out of prison or a jail. At least they're keeping up with the times there. This is sad for this man right here. It's going to be real overwhelming for him. Nothing as far as I know, Holly. I don't know. Just very little straws and things to get out the window. And he had to be, I don't know if you come in early or not. When I was reading that, he had to be, use his imagination how to get rid. He had no access to a bathroom. So without getting graphic, I can probably only imagine he was starved to death, and he had to use imaginary things to get rid of his feces and stuff like that, as he told cops today in a new warrant that came out. So I've heard of things like that before. I don't know. You know, if you have the will to live, there's, you know, like I've heard of people being stuck out in the snow and this, that, and other. And again, I'm not trying to be graphic, and I'm not saying that's what he did, but there's certain things, and I know, Lord, I don't want to put nothing else on him, but there are things that people do to stay alive. I'm just saying. You know, I don't know. I know this is horrifying. This is a horrifying case. I told you I would keep you updated, and that's what I wanted to do. Please pray for him. He got his freedom. I found this picture in the fire, and with the fire, Yes, God saved him for a reason. And with the fire, it says, and I still rise. He rose. But you know, he will keep rising. He got his freedom. But at what cost? I don't know. I don't know. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you for being here. I will see you in the streets. I appreciate you. Don't forget to spread Sebastian Rogers' name. He's still missing. And if you have any information, please call 1-800-TBI or all the other numbers provided. He deserves to be found before something terrifying like this happens to him. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Love you. Bye.